Emily Bugas joining us here in the postgame, and Emily, big win against Western Nebraska in this one. How did it kind of feel as far as shaping up out there on the court?
It was super exciting. We played a consistent, energetic game, which is what we wanted to do, and we defended our home court, so it felt good.
Talk a little bit now about the third set. You guys really were able to kind of start taking away with that one, and you got some service runs out there to help close things out. What's it feel like to be on the closing side of that as far as the serving?
I think a lot of the energy comes from our bench and from my teammates, and so they help me play consistent, confident volleyball, and it feels good to contribute to the team.
You guys as a defense as well, I mean, you really are able to rally around each other on defense, and you survive some really long rallies in this one. What goes through your guys' minds, not just yours, but everybody's minds when you're kind of in those long rallies?
I think we thrive when we're playing defense, and I think when we're thinking about it, we're just like, get the ball up, like don't let it hit the floor. And we're all very hardworking players, and we know that we don't want the ball to hit the floor, so it's just like a nice feeling when we're getting a whole bunch of touches.
How much momentum do you get from those long rallies, too, when you win the long rallies?
Yeah, it's a really good feeling, especially against a team like Western Nebraska, because those long rallies can last forever. So when you get that like finishing kill or something, it just feels really nice, and it's good to celebrate with your team.
You guys have done a lot this year, rankings-wise, just kind of continuing on-wise, but the biggest thing that I think when it really shows is the fact you guys have beaten Western Nebraska twice in one season. That's not an easy thing to do. Does that mean a little bit more than some of the other accolades sometimes?
Yeah, they're a super tough team. I know they were one of our biggest opponents last year, so to beat them once and then to sweep them the next time is a really good feeling, and I think it will give us the confidence we need moving forward.
Wrap it up with this. Two big matches coming up this weekend, Western Wyoming and Casper College. How do you keep the momentum from this match going into those two matches?
I think just the next few days in practice, we're working on defense and all the things that we need to come into that game, and just playing consistent, confident volleyball. I think we'll get those two big wins, and I'm excited.
Should be fun. Thank you so much, Emily.
Thank you.
Joined with Coach Shaver after a big win for the Golden Eagles. And Coach, anytime you beat Western Nebraska once in a season, it's big. Beating them twice and sweeping them the second time has to feel really good about where this team's at.
Yeah, I think even more importantly, I'm really happy with how our team played. We were very low air. We made in-game adjustments tonight that helped score points. And we just played with a really solid energy from start to finish. So we felt like we were never out of the match or out of the set at any point.
Talk about that first set, too. You guys scored the final 3 points of it to win in extras. How did you feel going into those, and walk us through those final 3 points?
I'm actually very confident with our team. We work on it in practice, but they've built the trust in me as a coach that we will find a way. If it's close at the end, we'll find a way to score points and not cave to the pressure at the end and put a lot of pressure on our opponent and have them make some errors.
You guys got a nice little service run there from Kate Olson in the second set as well that kind of broke things open. It looked like it was going to be that same type of match as the first set. And once you got that service run from Ace, things just kind of started falling your way. How important was that to see that get started there and not fall into that back and forth?
One of the stats I just highlighted in the locker room was I don't think I've ever coached a match in three, winning in three, against a good team that we had 0 service errors. Usually if you have 0 service errors, you're serving too easy. And the fact that we had 5 aces with 0 errors and we kept pressure on them all night, I think that serving pressure was a big key to them struggling a little bit.
And then you guys in that third set, you talk about building momentum. You won 8 of 9 points there in the middle of it, and really just kind of took over to close a match out that way, which is something where you guys have sometimes had that I won't say struggle with, but sometimes you've let teams back into it. How did that feel to see them finally really just slamming a door on someone?
So actually having that little extra intermission tonight, the little extra time, we relaxed for a little bit, and we just talked about, we know they're going to come out and play well, and what I asked them to do, I said, never let them have more than a 1-point lead. And I said, then if we can do that in the middle of the set, we'll put a run together and we'll take control and finish it. And that's exactly what we did tonight. So I was proud of them for listening.
2 big matches coming up in the weekend. And this week really was one where you don't get that. There is no easy match in college, but you don't get that one where you can kind of, okay, this will be one where we get bench in and that type of thing. Really important was, how does the momentum from this carry over to those two?
I think it's really good. We just want to keep, we just talked about in the locker room afterwards, is we want to keep trying to make little minor improvements, but also focus on our strengths. And then spend a little bit of time scouting our opponents and knowing them as well as we can. But big focus on our strengths, and if we do that, we keep doing what we did tonight, I think we're going to be in good shape this weekend.
Definitely a lot of strengths tonight, Coach. Thanks so much for the time.
You're welcome. Thank you.